All right, so we are on lesson 2-2. Lesson 2-2. Let me go back to that. Lesson 2-2. Equations with variables on both sides. Learning target for today is to write and solve an equation to model real-world situations and to interpret the part of the expression in terms of the context. So the Future Engineers of America Club wants to raise money for a field trip to the Science Museum. The club members will hold an engineering contest to raise money. They are deciding between two different contests, the Straw Bridge contest and the Card Tower contest. The Straw Bridge contest will cost the club $5.50 per competitor plus $34.60 in extra expenses. The Card Tower contest will cost $4.25 per competitor plus $64.60 in extra expenses. To help with the contest, the club members want to determine how many competitors would you need for the cost of the two contests to be the same. Write an equation that sets the cost of the two equations to being equal, right? We kind of see that, okay? We see that in what we say here is that it wants to see what it would be if it's the same, if it's equal. So what we're going to end up with is that we're going to end up with an equation that's going to be equal, okay? We're going to end up with an equation that is going to be equal. So now we just have to come up with this equation, all right? And we find that by getting the information out of this part of the paragraph, okay? Both of them are talking about, if you look and pay attention, both of them are talking about per competitor, right? Per competitor. Well, do we know how many competitors we have? No, that's what we're trying to determine, right? Determine how many competitors they need to make the cost even. So we don't know how many competitors we have. So that's going to be our variable, right? That will be our variable. And so C is going to be our variable. So we're going to define it C, and that's going to stand for the number of competitors. Sorry, it's all blurring together. I guess it's the using this. I don't know how to shrink it down using this. So the number of competitors, right? C is going to stand for the number of competitors. So let's pull out our equation. Let's pull out our equation. All right. We have $5.50 per competitor. $5.50 per competitor. $5.50 per competitor. So $5.50 per competitor. Is there any extra cost for the Straw Bridge contest? Yeah, what is it? So we have to add that, right? Plus 34.60, right? Plus 34.60. All right, now this is the Straw Bridge contest, right? This one represents the Straw Bridge contest. All right, what represents now the Card Tower contest? $4.25. So for however many people I have showing up, I got to pay $4.25 for however many people show up, right? I got to get their supplies. It cost me $4.25 per competitor. Any other costs? So 64.60, right? 64.60. Okay, so that is our equation. Our equation is 5.50C plus 4.60 equals 4.25C plus 4.60. Okay. Step 2 says solve the equation for Model 1 using the algebraic method, showing each step and listing the property of equality or providing an explanation for each step. Okay, so I am going to switch real quick. I'm going to switch to another screen where I can write this a little bit better. All right, so now that I've switched my screen a little bit, let's see the original equation. The original equation, I can zoom in on that a little bit better. Let me move this up and out the way. All right, so the original equation, what was the original equation? Okay, so the original equation is 550x, right? 550x plus 3460 equals 4.25x plus 6460. Oh, I wrote that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Can I move stuff? Oh, I guess I can't. Hold on. Wrote that in the wrong spot. That needs to go up here. That is 550x plus 3460 equals 4.25x plus 6460. 6460. All right, so that's the original. The next step is that they want you to use the multiplication property of equality and multiply each side by 100. Okay? The reason why they want you to do that is they want you to clear the decimal. Okay? I leave that on your skills. I leave that up to you and your skills. If you want to clear out the decimal, you can. If not, you don't have to. But for this one to clear out the decimal, it would be multiplying everything by 100. So this is 550x plus 3,460 equals 425x, or C, excuse me, we said C. I'm just looking at the book. We defined our variable as C. We said our variable is C, plus 6460. Okay? What would be my next step? What would be my next step? Remember, if I'm isolating the variable, my rule of thumb of isolating the variable is I need to get the variable to one side of the equation. Do I move the largest or the smallest variable? You move the small one, right? So what would I move? Would I move 550C or 425C? I'd move 425C, right? So I'm going to say 550C minus 425C plus 3460 equals 425C minus 425C plus 6460. And what property is that? What am I doing? What am I doing? What operation did I just perform to both sides? I subtracted, right? I subtracted a 425C and I subtracted a 425C, right? And so that is the subtraction property of equality. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I've kind of given you the first couple of steps. I'm going to stop and I want you to complete number 2. All right? I want you to complete number 2. I'm going to check it tomorrow when you come in to see if you gave it a shot. both the math and the problems and listing the properties and stuff. It's going to be a yes or no, 5 points, yes or no. Okay. Give it a shot. See what you can do.